The next 100 years. Imagine you already know the most important events of the 21st century. Which country will rise and which will fall? Will there be a third world war? Who will control space? Could Mexico unexpectedly become a rival to the United States? George Friedman, in his book, The Next 100 Years, predicts all of this. This book is not science fiction, it's real forecasts written by one of the world's most famous geopolitical experts. Let's visualize the future together. The American century, the main story of the 21st century. Friedman emphasizes the 20th century was Europe's era, but the 21st century belongs to America. Although the U.S. population makes up only 4% of the world, it produces a quarter of global goods and services. In 2007, its GDP reached $14 trillion, larger than the combined economies of Japan, Germany, China, and the United Kingdom. Military power? Here too, the U.S. is unmatched. While European countries were devastated by wars and spent decades rebuilding, the U.S. has never fought a catastrophic war on its own soil. As a result, it grew steadily and strengthened its military might. That's why Friedman believes the 21st century will be the American century. 9/11 and global strategy. September 11th, 2001, a turning point in U.S. history. The attack by Al-Qaeda was not just terrorism. It was meant to expose America's weaknesses to the world. Yet, Friedman argues that while America's response seemed chaotic, it was actually highly calculated. By destabilizing other states, the U.S. prevented the emergence of a strong Islamic power in the Middle East. This was part of its preemptive strike strategy. As a result, building international coalitions to limit the U.S. will be extremely difficult throughout the 21st century. Russia and China, the stage of new conflicts. According to Friedman, in the 2020s, two major threats emerge: Russia and China. Russia, NATO, and the EU have advanced deep into Eastern Europe. If the West were to fully dominate Ukraine, Russia would be defenseless. Thus, Moscow must preserve its influence. But demographic decline and economic dependency weaken Russia. It will no longer be a global power, only a large regional state. China. Though it appears powerful, its economy is fragile. Political stability is tied heavily to continued rapid growth. Therefore, China is less a strong rival and more a potential source of instability due to internal problems. The American crisis of the 2030s. So, Friedman stresses that America's greatest threat is internal, not external. In the 2030s, the U.S. will face labor shortages, an aging population, intensified struggle between social conservatism and modernization. These factors will create sharp political tensions. The elections of 2028 or 2032 may become decisive turning points. However, this crisis will force America to expand immigration, unleashing a new wave of economic growth. The 2040s, the Great Global War. Perhaps the book's most dramatic forecast is a major war in the mid-21st century. Friedman compares it to World War II, but fought with new technologies. Japan plays an aggressive role in Asia, seeking to control resources. Turkey expands into the Caucasus, the Middle East, and the Balkans. Poland and Eastern Europe form an alliance against Russia. If these movements clash with U.S. interest, war may erupt. Friedman believes it will involve surprise attacks, battles in space, and advanced technological weapons. The golden decade of the 2060s. After the war, the U.S. emerges victorious once again. It becomes the only nation able to control outer space. This grants not just military dominance, but also economic superiority. Controlling space will be as important as controlling sea routes once was. Thus, the 2060s to 2070s become a golden decade, marked by an economic boom fueled by new technologies. The dawn of Mexico in the late 21st century. By the end of the century, an unexpected development occurs. The U.S. fails to control immigration flows. As a result, Mexico rises both economically and demographically, potentially challenging the United States. This changes the entire balance of power in North America. Friedman closes with a question: who will rule North America? The answer will belong to the 22nd century. Friedman's predictions astonished many. Will they all come true? Of course not. For example, Russia has not yet collapsed quickly, nor has Japan risen dramatically. But the book's greatest lesson is this: history always develops in unexpected zigzags. So, the 21st century will bring wars, crises, and new opportunities. What do you think? Who will dominate the future? The US, China, Russia, or an entirely new power, maybe Mexico? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't miss our upcoming book summaries.